In this video, I'm going to explain about commercial banking learning topics part 4. So I have already covered a lot of interesting information related to US mortgage basics and loan servicing and other basic topics on uh, commercial lending. So this is one of the another topic which might be helpful for you all people. So before going to the screen, whatever the details are mentioned, let me give a overview again on commercial banking. So it's a financial institution where uh, which accepts the deposits from the public, and it will be giving, and we give loan for the investment purpose to make a profit. And coming to the collateral, so assets which is pledged as a security to, and the goods or the property which have a monetary value, which is being pledged by the borrower or a third party. So that is called as collateral. So preferably whichever the property which has a monetary value, it's been pledged by the borrower or a third party for the security of loan. Okay, let's talk about this learning topics which has been mentioned here. First is collateralized loan obligation or CLO. So what does this CLO means? It's a single security backed by a pool of debt, and it is often a corporate loan with a low key ratings. And coming to this loan servicing, so it refers to the aspects of a loan from the time the proceeds are dispersed to the borrower until the loan is paid off. And the loan servicing, the commercial loan servicing, actually a process of collecting the payments on the commercial loan and distributing them to the relevant parties. To the lending life cycle, so it consists of the activities that begin from the loan application, which is the initial stage, and it ends with the final repayment. And it involves the due diligence check regarding the customer's background, credit score, uh, background by the lenders, regulatory compliance, and financial process for the lender. So it's a lending cycle is a huge, lengthy cycle which starts from origination. Then commercial security agreement CSA. So CSA is an agreement between two parties that outlines the term of a loan secured by the assets. It is used to protect the lender in case if the borrower defaults on their loan, as it allows them to take a possession of the assets used as a collateral in order to recover the loan amount. So CSA, it's actually a commercial security agreement between two different parties that outlines the term of a loan secured by assets. Then AFS, I'm not 100% sure what might be the full form, but in case if you're aware, do comment. Is it alternative financial services or automated financial system? Because I've not worked in detail on that. And next, coming to the asset based lending, which is ABL. So ABL is asset based loan. It's a type of loan transaction where the lender agrees to lend at any point in time, depend on the value of a specific assets that the borrower owns at the time rather than the borrower's cash flows. So the lender agrees to lend at a point in time that depends on the value of specific assets. Next is TLC, transferable letter of credit. So it permits an initial beneficiary to transfer some or all of the credit that are due to the another party. Then SBA. SBA refers to Small Business Administration. So the loans which can be a valuable tool for small business who are in need of financing. I think I've covered this SBA in previous session, but just a recap. Next, automated clearing house. So what is this ACH debit or credit? Like ACH It saves you the time and expenses associated with the writing and mailing checks, and it can improve the fund management due to the speed and predictability of electronic payments. Repricing. So repricing refers to uh, increase in the interest rate of a commercial real estate loan after a term sheet has been agreed upon and after the third party reports have been completed. So these kind of dates you might get it in commercial banking scenario. So the more we are aware about these topics, it will be helpful in case if you are clearing the interview, or if you are from this core commercial lending background, or as a fresher it might be helpful. So that is why I'm covering as much as possible the information which comes under loan um, cycle. And so I'm repeating once again, repricing is a increase in the interest rate of a commercial real estate loan after a term sheet has been agreed upon and after the third party reports has been completed. Then commercial loan renewal. It is a business financing agreement based on the existing loan that is which is nearing to the original maturity date. The renewal creates a new agreement with a new loan amount and maturity date under the terms and conditions that frequently resemble the original deal. So it's a business financial agreement based on the existing loan where the maturity date is coming in the certain span of time. And the rise in interest rate. So interest rate automatically it helps a bank's earning, and it increases the amount of money that the bank earns by lending out its cash on hand at short-term interest rates. At the same time, bank cost of doing business are unaffected. Next, coming to the variable interest rate, it can change over the length of the loan depending on the market conditions. And if you take out a loan, your payment might increase or decrease at different times. And what are the principles of project management? So it can be risk management, it can be into strong change management, invested and engaged project sponsor, formal project management structure, performance management baseline, mature value delivery capabilities. So these are the few principles of project management. And the client management, in case if there is anything which are mentioned in a JD, so it's a process of managing, coordinating and overseeing a company's interaction between the potential client and the existing client. It's handling the client. A client manager may build and strengthen a relations between organization and its clients. What do you mean by default mortgage servicing? So when the homeowner become delinquent, or when the default appears, the borrower enters a default servicing. So it is often uh, it's referred to a loss mitigation, because the servicer ultimate goal is to minimize the loss of both the investor and the homeowner. So default mortgage servicing, it's one of the topic which comes in US mortgage, and especially when the homeowner become delinquent or unable to make a payment, or the borrower and the borrower will be entering the this particular default servicing. And the mortgage appraisal report, it is a professional opinion of a property's value. It's required when buying, refinancing, or selling a property using a mortgage. So I believe I have covered a few new scenarios which comes in the commercial lending domain. And apart from that, I wanted to tell one more update. So there are few people who are in a need of who are requesting me for the learning material which is being shared in my YouTube channel. So in case if you are contacting me, please do draft a mail in a clear subject line and addressing and what exactly is your query, and attach your resume, because it would be really difficult for me without knowing the identity. I will not be able to share any learning PDFs. So if you are drafting a query mail, like if you need a learning material, like it can be a US mortgage learning material or KYCML, you can draft a mail as query related to US mortgage learning material or whichever learning material which you are referring to, and then address me clearly, and try to be very clear in the body of the email, preferably like which, like how many years overall you have an experience, and do you have that relevant experience in US mortgage or the KYCML, or just you want to jump from one field to another. So if, and also attach the resume and mention your current and preferred location, so that it will be easy for me to get a clarity whether you will be eligible to jump to the relevant, the field which you are looking for, or the learning material. Because at the end, if you are learning a learning material, it should get benefited in your job search, so it should not go for a toss. So I hope it's clear. So you are fine to take these details, but I need some data about whether if you are are you a fresher, or are you an experienced person, or something related to it. And I'll be happy to reply to your email, and in order to get your, and try to be available preferably when someone is reaching out to you, in case if you are looking for a job change, because the HR might reach out anytime, and even it can be a manager. So whenever you are sharing a profile, for example, to any recruitment firms or a company, so try to be available. Let's not be available when we let's not be ignoring the calls, because mostly the HR people will be busy when you are trying to reach out to them. This is one request which I have for job seekers, where many are bothered about their personal issues, or they might not be available to pick the calls. And yeah, coming to the job, this commercial banking, hope I've cleared few new stuffs. And in case if you want to add any more points, you can comment on this video, and do share these videos to your known well wishers, so that it can benefit. And apart from that, certain scenarios which I'm covering in my YouTube are not covered most probably in college. So if you are informing these to the lecturers or the principal, in case if you are a student, it would really help them also to get a idea about whatever I'm covering in this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching this video. So I'll just come in future, like in case if any other new topics, I'll just give an update on that. Thanks all for your support.